And EnVivo, long live boxing inside the ring with Manny Marrero,
Hopper,
and our boy,
oh,
El Gringo. He's still over there in the Philippines. Gringo, we miss you so much, man. ¿Dónde estás?
Eating rice, I bet you.
Hey, you're going to come overweight.
I wonder how much rice it takes for him to eat to be full.
Imagine. We love you, buddy, and we miss you, man.
Spider wanted me to say that, Sean.
Yeah, exactly. Spider, by the way, Spider, I heard that you're doing podcasts.
No, that's cool, man. See you making appearances on other people's podcasts.
Yeah, you don't want to come appearance with us?
We ask you.
I'm on one.
What?
One more than us?
We can't get you as a special guest and you go somewhere else?
Anytime.
My goodness.
Just teasing you, Spider. You're the best at what you do, brother.
Fantastic. But man, month of boxing, and
you were somewhere, weren't you? Just recently,
and it was a very good experience.
Yeah, where were you?
Experience. Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh my goodness, who was fighting there?
Well, the main event's supposed to be Gutierrez against Oscar Valdez.
Oh my goodness,
and we all know what happened there.
Yes. Well, what happened? Somebody was overweight, right? I know it wasn't Valdez.
I mean, Gutierrez came in almost as a junior welterweight. 141 pounds. I mean, talk about, okay, so here's the deal. And this is some of the things that I get frustrated at times with people not coming in ready for the fight, right? Overweight. Okay. Well, here's the deal. Okay. And I really support boxers who make a decision not to go on with some fights. And I know they get criticized, but you come in overweight, you have an opponent, he's moving up in weight class to fight you in a main event, okay? And all of a sudden, the day before, he finds out he's going to have to fight someone else. Although we definitely saw that Oscar Valdez was most superior boxer, most experienced, but I have to give it up for Adam Lopez. Adam Lopez
stepping in
out of his weight class, moving up, taking a huge opportunity. Because for those of you who don't know, the winner of this fight has the opportunity, mandatory challenge, to fight Miguel El Alacrán Belchel for the WBC. Okay, so Adam Lopez came in and stepped up, and he rocked him down in the second round.
He rocked him.
Big time. I mean, that punch was like,
I
was like, what? I mean, this is not the Oscar Valdez I've seen. Is this going to end up in another,
another upset?
Or, I mean, is this the time of the upsets? But this is the deal, though. And I hear it a lot. And it happened to Emmanuel Manny, which the same thing happened. Opponent was a one pound overweight. He didn't take the fight, and he got criticized, right? Why? I mean, you're training for a certain individual, and all of a sudden you're forced to fight him because you didn't really comply with the contract stating that, hey, and that's fundamentals. That's basic. You know you got to make weight. All right? So all of a sudden now his mindset is somewhere else because he feels obligated. It's on the main event, taking another opponent. And thank you, Oscar. You gave us a show. But it could have cost him completely
big
everything.
Time. Yeah, I mean, because say, for example, because it happens often. You're training for an orthodox fighter, but what happens when the replacement is a southpaw?
Exactly.
All that time you just spent sparring orthodox fighters goes out the window because now you have to deal with the southpaw. Or all the game planning because a lot of fighters say they don't watch tape, which, we don't know if it's true or not, but their trainers do.
Right.
The team does.
Yeah.
They break down the strategy and tell them, okay, this is where this guy's good at. This is where he's not good at. Let's take advantage of his weaknesses. And then on the night before, oh, nope, throw out all the way. All of a sudden, you're going to fight this guy.
I got to start watching videos. Although a lot of people knew it, Adam Lopez, and of course,
for sure.
Son of the Hector Lopez, he's got pedigree.
Spend time game planning.
Exactly. And that's the point, that at times people criticize decisions that boxers make because
it's stupid.
They didn't really abide to what it was stipulated in the contract. You got to come into weight. And for those boxers who decide to do that, hey, great job, congratulations. A lot of people, 1 pound makes difference.
Yes,
football is a game of inches.
Yes,
boxing is a game of pounds, and it's not 1 pound.
I like that. Yeah. Repeat that.
Football is a game of inches. Boxing
is the game of
pounds.
Yes, it is.
Okay? And
that's the sad part because a boxer that honored his contractual obligations gets heat for not wanting to fight somebody that didn't.
Yeah.
That's I don't understand that.
I don't either.
I honored he came in weight. He came in. He did his job as a professional to honor the contract which they both signed and agreed to get paid. Now one's reneging on that, and you're gonna catch heat for that. No sir, no, you don't want to fight him for if he's 1 pound overweight. Don't fight
or move up in weight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if your body
Valdez did it. He comes from featherweight, moves up to super featherweight. If you can't make the weight, go up to the junior.
Go move up. That's what happened with the fight that was canceled within the Wilder. The Wilder co-main event.
Manny Emmanuel.
And the Puerto Rican. Yeah, that's what happened in that one. Luis Neri and Emmanuel Rodriguez. Luis Neri came in super overweight, and Manuel said, "No, I'm not going to fight him." Good, you don't have to.
You don't.
And Neri's Mexican, fighting. And he's my boy, he's my pies. But no, you don't. No. That's his fault for doing this.
Right.
It's his, no amount of money needs to be forced upon you to fight him.
Yeah. And it's
you're
not
at a disadvantage.
Yeah, completely. And it's not that, okay, you may be 1 pound, 2 pound over, that's fine, but how many pounds are you going to come in at the night of the fight?
Exactly.
That makes a difference. No. Not only that, people say, well, Manny, it's just 1 pound, 1 pound. Listen, the amount of time you need to dehydrate for the weighting, and then you got to hydrate again. If you're overweight, you're going to have a slight advantage. You're going to be recouped faster,
and all that affects your muscles
completely,
your movement,
your mindset,
your body, everything. Mentally, you're not as drained anymore. All those ounces affect how you perform that night. So, hey, props to you, Oscar Valdez, for taking a fighter on short notice.
He almost
got rocked.
He got rocked.
Almost cost
but
you.
that's good that we finally can see Valdez, come back and demonstrate. He had a really good fan base out there. I truly enjoyed the time in being there. But that wasn't the only fight.
Shout out to Top Rank.
Oh yeah, Top Rank.
That wasn't the only fight though, right? There was somebody else that had a lot of fans.
There's a lot of fans out there, and I have to
Irish
give it up
fans
to the Jackal Frampton. Oh my goodness,
Frampton.
I thought I was over there.
You were in Ireland.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're about to go to the pub and slam a few hot ones.
But it's very interesting mingling with everyone and talking to everyone. And let me tell you, a lot of these people, they flew from Ireland
to support
of course,
their
you go
fighter.
to Vegas, right? You take advantage of what's happening, but that's being true to your.
And this isn't a one-time thing.
No,
the Irish, they support their fighters.
Yeah.
This Saturday there's another Irish, Michael Conlon. We'll get there in the next episode. Stay tuned. He has fans.
Oh yeah.
For his pro debut, the atmosphere was insane.
Incredible.
Yeah, and so Carl Frampton.
And then Frampton,
my goodness.
He outboxed completely, McCreary, those body punches. Honestly, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but he hurt his hand.
Yes, I was going to touch on that. He injured himself.
Yep, he injured himself. I noticed because the last 2 rounds, he was kind of, he would clearly winning the fight. And at the beginning it was funny because McCreary, all he did was just laugh every time he get punched. It's like, dude,
when you laugh,
wait until you get to the later rounds and you see if you're gonna keep laughing. But all of a sudden he start punching and then he was kind of running around the arena. I said, what's wrong with him? He's never done that, even when he's ahead. Mm-hmm. But he came out and he had said that he had injured his hand, and but no excuse. He performed well, had a great fan base to follow him up, and not only that, he's going to have the biggest opportunity of his life, and this is what the Irishmen were hoping for, and they're looking forward to that. And as a matter of fact, he
will be very supported.
Absolutely. Bob Arum came up, and all of a sudden they're seeing Bob Arum coming up with the current WBO champion Jamel Herring.
Oh, that's a fight that's going to happen overseas.
Indeed.
And Carl Frampton just has fans.
Yeah.
Even when he fought Leo in the East Coast, Leo was getting booed.
Oh, yeah.
Leo was getting booed by the Irish fan. There were so many Irish fans in attendance. And that's the power of Carl Frampton. And Jamel Herring, if anybody deserves it, it's him.
Yeah,
Semper Fi, what he's been through, the story of losing your daughter like that, and the former Marine, he deserves a payday. He deserves to go over there, and if he wins, and I kind of expect him at this point in their careers, so. I favor Jamel Herring over Carl Frampton at this point in their career. Jamel Herring just looks a little fresher. he deserves to go over there and gain more fans.
Yeah.
You know, if you go over there and you beat their guy, they're going to follow you.
Especially
this is
the
the guy that beat Carl Frampton.
Yeah.
Who's he fighting next?
And they're not...
and he deserves it.
Their fans are really good fans.
Yeah. And they're they're polite. They're
even
nice.
Frampton just, I mean, he honestly, I'm a fan of him now. I've always liked him. But he was so humble at the end of it. And, of course, he was asked, what do you think about an opportunity to, to go for a world champion? And he was very humble about it. He didn't really campaign. And I know it's more like of a show, but he was very honest. It's like, hey, he is the champ. If he feels like this is the fight that he would like to have, I would love to. It's like, but he's the champ.
Belfast.
DeMello, he was doing his laughing, they kind of, shook hands and, I think it's going to happen. And I'm going to be excited to watch that because they're both heroes for their countries.
Yes, they are. Jamel Herring is literally a hero, former Marine, Semper Fi. And then Carl Frampton is the pride of Ireland.
Indeed. And thank you, Frampton, because you actually lightened my heart that night because I was very upset. I really wanted to see...
somebody else fought that night.
Oh, right? Absolutely.
Some Puerto Rican. I forget his name.
Xander Zayas.
Xander.
Vivo.
Zayas.
Xander Zayas.
How did that go? Did you meet him? Did you see him?
Yes,
did you talk
indeed.
to him?
Great kid, great family, great training camp.
Man.
He's surrounded by amazing people. I mean,
Where can we find your interview?
Well, you can go on longliveboxing.com and subscribe. That's our YouTube channel, right?
Channel, Long Live Boxing. Go to Instagram, Long Live Boxing 365.
We are in podcasts everywhere.
Everywhere, baby.
Spider, where?
We got Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. Y'all got Spreaker, right? iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube.
Apple, where else can we be?
Everywhere.
Anywhere.
All social media. All you got to do is just type longliveboxing.com. And yes, very good interview. Just watch it.
How did he perform?
He performed outstanding. First of all, I almost cried at the beginning. I mean, is when you see your people. No, I mean the song. Exactly. He came out with Aguanime song, which is like a very powerful song for us. Sung by Hector Lavoe, and then of course redone by Mark Anthony. But
nice. My
goodness, and the excitement of course he was like the fourth fight of the night. And the first one just kind of ended up real quickly, and the second one we'll touch base on that one. But the people that was still there, usually there's not a lot of people around when there's an undercards, but there were a lot of people, and they were waiting for him. And as he was announced, the youngest prospect, and those who didn't know, they were like,
now you know.
Yeah, you saw the Irishman over there with the yellow wigs. It's like,
yeah.
Hey,
bloke. Who's that bloke over there?
Who's that guy? He came in, and of course, he's so superior. He just didn't last at all. 1 minute and 45 seconds for the first round. That's it.
First round.
That's
easy
it.
Money.
Once again, body punch. My goodness. I mean, it was... I know that Virgil Winfield may not be as
accomplished as other fighters, but it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't
He's still
matter.
A professional fighter.
This is the second fight. He's a professional fighter. He's 2-2-1. All right, he's been to the distance. He's got more fights than Xander, and he's got the same opportunities as everyone else. But yeah, you can definitely see the superioridad. Athleticism and skills that he has in the power, and not only that, how focused it is. Andy Ruiz, come on, how focused it is to this. The kid weighs about 155.
More hard than
and 4 days before, he's losing weight and comes down to 146.8.
Woo!
For the welterweight. Okay.
Welterweight.
So, parents are fantastic. We were able to kind of touch a little bit and kind of chat a little bit, giving some Long Live Boxing shirts. By the way, you can also get one. Just write us. Just comment on us. We'll send one for you. I mean, Long Live Boxing is flashy. Yeah. Everyone will see you. It's in red. But a very exciting night at a Top Grand's Cosmo. Man, a hotel, Cosmo.
It's really nice.
Oh, man. My first time there. My first time there. And it was a great atmosphere that we had. One of the fights that I really enjoyed, it was before the fight of Xander Zayas. It was also in the welterweight division. Brian Mendoza against Larry Gomez. So Brian Mendoza, he comes in at 18-0 with 13 knockouts. I mean, he's a huge prospect in top ranks. And Larry Gomez 9-1 with 8 knockouts. So this kid has power. It's a little bit shorter than Mendoza, but I was like, man, this fight's gonna kind of go out quickly. You know, I mean, this is just one of those. We're trying to test, you know, the kid, Brian, reputation. Wow. It went to the distance. But
really?
It did. And
Slugfest?
Brian Mendoza took a beating. I think I've seen him fight once, and he had like a 4-5 round knockout, but this is the second time I see him fight, and I've never seen Larry Gomez fight. This is my first time seeing him. So,
are you going to watch him again?
Oh, absolutely. This kid has a lot of potential, and hey, these are some of the prospects that actually eventually Xander can probably meet in the future.
Oh,
right?
Really?
So they are some very tough. They're probably going to be good opponents. You know, those of you who are waiting for Sanders, I said it in my video, man. You know, slow down, take it easy. The guy, they're gonna ride him well. You know, what do you want? You want to get into Crawford right now?
No,
it takes some time. The kid is gonna be strong.
Why is he fighting Crawford? He's a bum. He needs to be fighting Earl Spence Jr., Sean Porter
out of the hospital.
He's a second fight.
Yes.
Slow your roll.
So he will be back now in January 11 in Atlantic City, and of course, Longley Boxing will be there.
Woo!
Keep following his career. Thank you, Javier Centeno, for the connection out throughout social medias and the job you're doing out there. You know that he hosted Hogan's camp.
Oh,
for the fight for
Dennis Hogan.
Yep, for the fight.
Who did he fight? He fought a twin. Yeah, that was exciting too. That happened this past Saturday.
This past Saturday as well.
And props to Dennis Hogan though and if people don't know who Dennis Hogan is the guy who fought Jaime Munguia, who a lot of people think he beat Jaime Munguia at 154, and he's moved up. To fight Jamal Charlo. In his first fight, he fights Jamal, and that shows you the heart about him.
He does.
And the unbeaten WC champ Charlo. In the first round, though, Dennis Hogan came.
I saw some potential out there. You know,
he came in and let him know, hey, I'm here to fight. You know, he got him with the good counter left, and then he got him again with the left in the first round. So you're thinking, oh, okay, so this guy's actually gonna come in and take it to Charlo, but no, it's just Charlo was just a little too heavy at this weight. He imposed his will.
That left hook,
he dropped him. He dropped him, and he stopped him. He
did.
Yeah, he knocked him out. Credit to Charlo.
I think he's one of the better Charlo brothers.
Yeah. Jamal is the superior fighter.
Yeah.
Jamal defended his title, so that's he's 30-0 now with 22 knockouts. In the 7th round, he stopped Dennis Hogan 28 seconds into the 7th round. He was just too big, too strong. Dropped Hogan twice, once in the 4th, once in the 7th.
Yeah.
But Hogan was game though, and now you want to know who's Charlo gonna fight next? I mean, he's fighting these guys that move up in weight to challenge him.
Just try to challenge him.
They call him Lions only, but it doesn't seem like he's fighting nothing but lions. There's a guy out there he keeps calling his name.
He's been calling him
Demetrius Andrade.
And Bob.
And Andrade is with Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. He's with DAZN, the AZN, the place where Canelo and Andy Ruiz fight. He's under contract. So the only way that fight happens is if Charlo goes over there and fights in DAZN. And Charlo's not under contract. They don't sign contracts over there with the PBC without Heyman in them. If the fight wants to get made, it's because Charlo wants it to happen.
Do you think he wants it?
No, I don't think. I think he does. Maybe. I don't know. It's frustrating because if those two guys were to fight, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade won a significant fight against Triple G or Canelo, they have to fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
Raise your profile. Even in defeat, if you go out there and show up, just like what happened with Daniel Jacobs and Triple G before Canelo fought either one, they fought each other to a 12-round razor-thin decision that Triple G eked out. It was a great fight. Canelo said, you know what? I have to fight this guy now.
Yeah.
That's what would happen with Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. Raise your profile. Because if you look at their records, what have you done to deserve to fight a Canelo or a Triple G? No. If you fight each other up, there's a good chance that Canelo will take notice and say, you know what? I want to fight this guy. But there's a guy that he does have his eyes on. There's a collision course. He fought on the co-main event, and that was Chris Eubank Jr. He made his U.S. debut, and it fared a lot better than when AJ made his his U.S. debut. He fought Matt Korobov, the guy who actually gave Jermall Charlo fits in one of his fights. Korobov actually came into the fight in the first round. You thinking he's gonna do well? He took it to Eubank in the first fight, but in the second, Korobov suffered an injury to his left shoulder, preventing him from continuing. So once he determined that he could continue, the referee Steve Willis declared Eubank the winner by a technical knockout. So the 30-year-old Eubank improves to 29-2, 22 knockouts. With the win, he won a version of the WBA's interim middleweight title. Now, if he fights Jermall Charlo, he's going to have to give that up because boxing organizations do not allow unifications with secondary versions. You know, the WBA is so fucking so stupid with their let me give you this super interim crap.
It's confusing. It's just
so confusing. They have like 3 champions in one division. Interim, super, silver,
then
gold,
you go into the
aluminum,
and those who understand wood. The best of the last, of course, but they're still champions, but not world champions. But So who do you think might be next for Charlo?
Charlo, well, I think it's Eubank. I think they're on. That's why they put him on the co-main event. His fight. I think that's it's a fight that I think is going to happen. Eubank and Charlo. No sense to me, actually, I wouldn't be too let down with that. That's a good fight. Eubank
it will be, but I think Charlo is just he needs to get into Andrade, even Golovkin. I mean, even Triple G.
Yeah. See,
he needs to go out there if you want to be considered top
name for yourself.
Number one. Make a name for yourself. Don't wait for these kids to move up. What are you waiting for? Yeah. Patrick Teixeira to come up now?
He keeps fighting.
Which by the way, that was a very good card in
the fight.
That was a really good fight in Las Vegas at the Cosmopolitan, top ranked ESPN Plus. Patrick Teixeira. I mean, he really rocked. I thought honestly that he was not going to last a couple of rounds. I mean, he's fighting. Oh my God, what's his name? Carlos Adames from Santo Domingo.
Yeah, Carlos Adames.
And man, I mean, if you look at the way Teixeira came out from that fight, you're like, wow, this guy just got hurt all over the place.
Beat up.
But no, he actually gave a huge punch to Carlos Adames that he like went all the way back into the ropes, like, whoa, here I go, why am I falling down? And the whole stadium, I mean, it was a very diverse fans. You had a lot of Mexicans, of course, Valdez. You had a lot of Brazilians, Puerto Ricans there in support. Which, by the way, I saw Verdejo.
Oh yeah, Felix Verdejo.
He was in attendance.
Ooh.
No, couldn't get near them, but and Jose Ramirez. I mean, it was they had some pretty ESPN top ranks. Close by from California. That Patrick Teixeira, man, surprisingly, took that championship, and then now he's ready to make a statement in that in the Super Welter. So. It's going to get interesting there. I'm not sure if he'll probably move up and fight any other ones in the middleweight. I think he'll probably stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe fight possibly number one contender or possibly maybe unified. We'll see. But overall, man, I have to say that card. It was a very good experience. Very excited. Another one for our books. Thank you so much to everyone who contributed.
Yeah.
Thank you to Tutti Skeg for your contribution as well. All the people that come across us and are following what we're doing. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the help and everything. I mean, it was just a one night great experience. Disappointing in certain areas, but at the end of the day, the Irishmen made it happen. We had some really good matches, great excitement, and that's what it's all about.
That's what Top Rank does, right?
Yeah,
This past Saturday, they had another Top Rank fighter was.
Oh my goodness!
El Vaquero. Emanuel Navarrete, El Vaquero.
My goodness!
He stopped Francisco Horta in the fourth round. In Puebla, Mexico. And he had to go to Puebla, Mexico. I think this isn't confirmed or anything. This is just an idea.
Assumption.
Because this is his 4th fight in 7 months.
Yeah.
7 months. 4 fights.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah.
People don't do that nowadays.
They don't.
2019 boxers don't.
I mean,
some of these guys, especially in the PBC, twice a year. This guy fought 4 times in 7 months. So, in the U.S., the other commissions were like, hey, wait a minute. Are you okay? No, he had to go to Mexico to fight over there. And he improved to 30-1 with 26 knockouts. And right from the get-go, the 24-year-old Navarrete was the aggressor, connecting with his those trademark looping hooks that he throws. Huerta hung in there, but by the 3rd round, Navarrete, he had not only closed the distance, but he had put him in defense mode, put him against the ropes, ripping the hooks to the body, to the head. He's just throwing wherever he wanted.
Does.
Huerta he was relegated to throwing one punch at a time.
He took a lot of punches, though.
A lot of punches in 4 rounds.
I said, man, this guy's tough. And then he was coming forward, and I think he kind of rocked a little bit, Navarrete a little bit. He kind of pulled back, but it was just...
shook it off, and it came right back to it. And in the 4th round, one of those looping Navarrete punches forced him to turn away. And that was when the referee stopped it at 2:09 in the 4th round.
So, what do you think it's next for the Vaquero?
Oh, well, I don't know what's next for him.
I mean, I hear rumors.
I tell you,
I hear rumors.
I want to see him next. There's a certain monster from Japan moving on up. He has a mandatory to fulfill, which is okay. That's cool. But eventually, next year, in 2020, I have to see Inoue versus El Vaquero Navarrete. That has to happen.
That is the most brutal. That's going to be fantastic.
When if they announce that it happens, I think I'm not even kidding with you, Manny.
We have to.
I'll cry. I think I'll freaking cry in excitement. And depending on where it's at, I think we gotta go.
We have to.
I think in Vaquero versus Inoue, are you kidding me? And Inoue is going to be fighting in the States because he signed with Top Rank. He's a Top Rank fighter. He's Vaquero's with Top Rank.
You don't get to see fights like this in this low class weight divisions. I mean, the bantamweights right now and super bantamweight too as well. It's just he dominated the bantamweight for sure. But he's got to get up there, and whether he'll make it nice or not. I mean, he's just a small guy though.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be very interesting. To see what happens to both of them. I just hope he doesn't fight next month.
I know, right? He has a fight in 3 weeks.
Wow!
Wait, come down!
I just started training camp today. My goodness!
They're gonna put him on the undercard of Terrence Crawford Saturday.
Yeah.
No, but and I hope my wife's not listening. If that fight Inoue versus Vaquero happens, when it happens.
Japan?
I'm sorry, babe. Well, not there. I mean, if it's in the States, I think
in the States, keep it close by.
Yeah, keep it close by. Yeah, affordable.
Hey, Jerry World.
Jerry
a lot of people there.
If it happens, babe, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah, we'll see you. It's a guy's trip this time.
Take care of the
Thank you. That's support. Thank you for supporting Lonely Boxing.
That's incredible. There's a lot of boxing fight Saturday. Chris Eubank Jr., Jamal Charlo, Vaquero Navarrete. Your experience in Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. And also as well, we talked about there is hope for Puerto Rico, and we kind of summarized a little bit some of the, Miguel Cotto Promotions fights that happened also this Saturday. So it was like we were everywhere. So Miguel Cotto, McWilliams Arroyo, he had moved up. We talked about he'd move up to the super flyweight to 115 when he, after surrendering his WBO Latino champion. And so he fought Juan Gabriel Medina 11-4 with 10 knockouts. He knocked him out in the 6th round. Great fight. He took control of its opponent. He was very focused and determined.
Very focused.
Very focused. Now, here's the interesting thing is that, he is right now, before this fight, he's number 6 with the WBO. He'll probably move up.
Oh, definitely.
But the champion there is Yoka, and they fought.
Yoka's busy though.
A year ago, and of course he lost against them. But so a rematch with that wouldn't really benefit neither of them. But the interesting thing right now is that Javier El Perrito Cintrón.
I was gonna tell you, Yoka's busy.
Puerto Rico.
He's got his hands full with El Perrito.
31st of January, December in Japan,
bro. We're going to watch a fight
Wow.
New Year's Eve. I mean,
New Year's Eve.
Right. We're going to be watching boxing.
with a very good fight.
Getting
An opportunity for Puerto Rico to have another
Going to
world
the year.
champion going to the year.
As a
So
champion.
that's going to be pretty exciting. But the exciting thing is that if Javier Cintron wins,
and I think he has a
he's
good
with
shot.
Best Boxing Promotions, of course, Arroyo with, Cotto Promotions. That's a pretty good fight to kind of watch to see, match up those two Puerto Ricans and go at it. So very interesting. Co-main event, another kid that's making a statement in the featherweight division. He retained his WBO Latin champion. Is 126 pounds. That is Brian Chari Chevalier against the Colombian Jason Vargas. Right? So he's also moving up in the ranks. And guess who's the WBO champion on the featherweight?
Shakur
Stevenson. So is that going to happen? I don't know. I wish it would happen because that's going to be a pretty good one.
I think so. Miguel Cotto promotes. Miguel Cotto has a good relationship with Bob Arum.
Indeed.
And Golden Boy,
Golden Boy,
Miguel's good.
Those are friends. We hate each other, but vamos a una chela ahora.
Business.
Let's go have a couple drinks, later on. It's like what they used to say back in the barrio. They used to say, "Hey man, I hate you. Let's just have a friendly fight. Friendly fight. And after that, let's just hug
just
and
drink.
Exactly. So that's the way they are. So that's really good. So in another great potential fight, and I hope this happens because this is a lot of promising for Danielito Zorrilla. He's ranked number 12 by the WBO. He'll possibly maybe be fighting Jomar Alamo, which is ranked number 7, 17-0. For the junior welterweight, and guess who's the WBO junior welterweight champion?
Who is the champion?
Jose Ramirez.
Ooh, baby, give it to me.
Oh my goodness.
Jose Ramirez.
So it's a stacked division. I know there's a lot of stuff happening in that division. We're gonna continue to follow up these fighters. We're going to continue to, see what happens, provide our, assumptions and our predictions, and hope you don't get offended. It's just, it's just us as a fan perspective. We tell you how it is. We break it down the way it should be.
How it is. Straight facts, baby.
Indeed. Wow. Saturday of amazing boxing. This coming up Saturday. There is another boxing match, but if you want to hear our predictions,
stay tuned.
You want to hear what we have to say
next episode.
About the next card in El Madison Square Garden.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, because that will be in our next podcast. This podcast is out. Recuerden siempre, latinos de todo el mundo,
Unidos.
americanos, de todas clases, raza, lo que sea. Siempre estamos unidos y que también nunca muere el boxeo. Long live boxing. We love you. Thank you for your support.
Mwah.
Out.
Fuera.